Hello everyone, this is Scott from Sky's Reptiles, and this is a quick video about breeding responsibility and responsible breeding. I literally said the same thing backwards, but I'm just going to be going into some breeding ethics and why I'm currently not breeding. For one, my female Billy, she's in her moist side. These are little toots. There she is. But it's irresponsible for me to breed Billy currently because she's underweight. Billy currently only weighs 36 grams, and why weighs 36 grams, I got her during breeding season, and she went off food for an okay period of time and lost not a great deal, but around 15 grams. She was around 40-ish, 50-ish grams. She was in the 45 to 50 range, but she's gaining it back because she's eating great now. I currently have her on a superworm only. She's not that fond of mealworm. She eats dubia roaches, okay, but she likes superworms, so I've been feeding her superworms or superworms only currently to try and beef her back up so I don't miss out on the breeding season. But if she doesn't gain that weight, nah, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just have next year. I'll be blabbering about that. Well, I feel it's irresponsible for me to breed her. One of the fact that she's underweight. She goes off food every once in a while. She's been on a continuous cycle of eating for about a week and a half now, so we're doing decent. But I feel it's irresponsible for me to put her health in danger until that I know that after I breed her, she's at a stable weight and she's going to continue eating for me. So that's why I'm not breeding her. And I'm just going to touch on some breeding ethics currently. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to close her up and show off my geckos while I talk about breeding ethic. This is her breeding partner, Gecko. He is a 49-gram big male. See, nice plump tail. We already know the genetics, but you have to have not watched that video. He's a hypo white and yellow Maxino Chimper albino, and they're both from BHV Reptiles, while Billy's a Maxino Chimper. But I've had them. I got her, like I said, I got her in the start of breeding season, but I wasn't capable of housing that many geckos, and I feel like you shouldn't breed those geckos if you're not going to be able to, if you're not going to be able to house or find homes for those geckos. And I did not have the means nor funds to house or care for those geckos. So I tried to breed them, but it didn't take. Me, out of stupidity, I tried to breed them. Thankfully, it did not take because I did not have the time, I just did not have the time with school and all of that jazz to find good homes for those geckos. And I could not care for approximately 8 to 12 leopard gecko babies. But now that I do have the means to care for them and the funds to care for them, she have a nice rack. It's not complete yet. We can still get about 3 more shelves. And then I'm going to be able to house and care for those leopard gecko babies. But in a touch of ethics, in my personal opinion, you shouldn't breed, everyone should know this, but you shouldn't breed the 3 strains of Chimper albino together. The 3 strains of Chimper albino, wow. You shouldn't breed the 3 strains of albino together. Sorry, all my geckos have some form of Chimper in them. Well, these 2 do. So I'm just so used to saying Chimper albino. But you shouldn't breed the strains of albino together. You don't breed the different snows together. You shouldn't breed a tug snow to a gym stow or a max snow to a gym stow or any of the sorts. I personally don't like breeding anything with enigma in it because of the possibility of the enigma syndrome. That's kind of like spider ball pythons in a sense, but in the gecko world, I guess you could say. But that's actually the best way to explain it. But I just don't personally like breeding them. I know a lot of people that do. And if that's what floats your boat, then you do you. I'm not going to bash someone for doing something that I don't agree on. It's not how it is. But I just personally believe that if you're going to breed a gecko, I'm going on a random tangent, sorry. This is impromptu. I just decided to film a video while the lighting was good and my camera's working, so. But basically, oh, okay. I guess you want to be left alone. Oh, do you want to be left alone or do you want to come out? Here. Boop. Get down. I want to scratch your nose. Alright, let's show the gecko that always enjoys being handled. This is, Lucifer. Oh, she's in her hide, but I guess I'll leave her alone. But she's in her moist hide currently. Here, I guess move it and show you. She's a super hypo tangerine caratail baldy. I got her from a local breeder. But besides that, about ethics, you see, I think that if you're going to, that's like per se, that's the best way to explain it. I think if you're going to, you know, I just don't suggest breeding geckos that could possibly have or has neurological issues, because at the end of the day, you know, someone who isn't that, you know, knowledgeable on geckos could pick up a gecko with Enigma syndrome and not know that said gecko has, you know, they don't really know what the Enigma syndrome really is. They see, oh hey, a pretty gecko. Like say is it creamsicle or is it dreamsicle? I think it's dreamsicle. That's what it is. I'm not sure. It's either one of the cream dreams, something like that. But you know that has Enigma syndrome. That has Enigma, I believe. That's what I've seen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the dreamsicle that has it. I'm going on random tangents. Sorry, but basically, I just believe that, you know, like I said, a person that's not as knowledgeable in the gecko world could, sorry if I can hear my brothers running up the stairs, but a person that's not as knowledgeable in the gecko world could get a gecko that has Enigma syndrome, like, oh hey, pretty gecko. You know, they get it, and they're like, why isn't it eating? Why is it missing its food? Why is it spinning? No, because they don't know how to properly care for a gecko with Enigma syndrome. So I don't 100% agree with breeding them. I feel like if you're going to breed them, you should always give a discretion out to an advisory. Yeah, sorry, not discretion, an advisory to the person that you know, this gecko has Enigma syndrome, and Enigma syndrome, you know, entails so and so things. But that was just my personal opinion on some breeding ethics. I also don't believe in breeding your female geckos when they're under 45 grams. But besides that, sorry for blabbering for most of the video. That's just how I personally feel in some breeding responsibility. So, I'll probably have Billy up to weight in the next 2 to 3 weeks because she is slamming superworms and she's gaining a good bit of weight. So, thank you for watching. This is Sky's Reptiles. I hope you have a great day or night. Peace.